I will start by really fast appreciating where Centonomy has taken me from. And I'll start by also mentioning something I value so much by Will Rogers, that if you find yourself in a hole, you invite me to teach that. If you find yourself in a hole, stop digging. And where I'm coming from is I was an employee, and I discovered that things were not really working as a lecturer in the university and other things that I was doing. And so I thought, let me get into entrepreneurship. So I stopped digging a hole of rat race. Unfortunately, Roger Wells forgot to say that you should also be careful not to fall into other holes dug by ignorance. So, Centonomy has shown me that I was so ignorant of many things. I'll just mention a few, and maybe you identify with me. The first one was that I had a basket which had big holes. Any one of us who has ever found themselves in that position, where you earn a lot of money, but then the hole is so big so that the basket never fills up. And that is where I was. Simple things like black tax, those are things I've learned here, where you are told that my mom is coughing and you just send money. Someone else, whatever, you don't even question. And maybe you're even borrowing so that you can send and appear to be good. Things like this sending of money, the transaction fees and all that. I was surprised when we were asked to do that calculation, and I realized that no wonder I'm still lagging behind some bills here and there. So that was one of, and very many liabilities, by the way. But then I learned that I can seal that hole by being very careful and mindful of how I spend money. From day one, from when we started the class, I have literally, in fact, not even day one, negative days, because during the open day, I learned that we need to be writing down every expense, and that is exactly what I do, to the last coin. The second area I was very ignorant on was in investment inconsistency. I've always known that it's good to invest, and I've always tried, but I've not been consistent. I remember one time investing in government bonds, infrastructure, some years back. And upon amortization, I took the money. I wish I had done Centonomy before, because I would have reinvested. You remember we were taught about reinvesting, eh? I should have reinvested. I would be having some more millions. In fact, I would be richer. Unfortunately, also from where I come from, you want to always have money. Kariuki, you always want to have some money. So upon amortization, I took that money. I don't know what I did with it. The other area that Centonomy has really impacted me is on, wow, this is a good one. Money market funds. In fact, I have so many accounts. I don't know what for, but in the banks. Only to discover that is not the best way to do. Immediately we came for the open day. Before class 1, I opened an MMF account. And without humility, I have been so disciplined that I have already grown it to 17% of the emergency fund that I'm supposed to build. If you don't clap for me, niwevu. All right. I didn't know those kind of things exist. Only to discover that there are so many. Today I'm so sensitive that I even know that Safaricom has opened one. Isn't it? Is it 2 days, 3 days ago? We were told that you get what you're looking for. Now that we are keen on that, you will always identify this kind of MMFs and other better ways of saving money. And I'm earning something out of it. The money that has been lying idle in some other accounts, now it's giving me something. So I feel so good about that. And number 4, maybe the last one for that part, or where I was insensitive, was time value of money. Man, we did some calculation. We were asked, if you want to sustain the current lifestyle that you are living today, in 20 years from now, how much should you then be earning that time? You remember that question? I calculated mine. I should be in 20 years' time be earning about 3.367 million per month. If you missed that class, go and get your monthly income, multiply by 6.73, and you know how much you should be earning. And if you want to know whether you'll be earning that, just look at 20 years back, what you were earning. And most likely it's not very different from what you're earning now. So that was quite a big thing for me. So that now I'm very keen on investing. And what I took from the class really is that it's not just about knowledge, but applying. Trying to see, when do I invest so that at least I can be able to earn that kind of money from different sources, because employment might not give that. All right. The last one. This might be a bit subjective. The insurance myth. I don't know how many of us were feeling like when we were doing the class on insurance, are they marketing insurance? But then I discovered that I had the wrong information. And you know, better lack of knowledge than possession of the wrong knowledge. So I had the wrong knowledge. Just because I had lost some money out of my own ignorance, you stop remitting, and then the account starts eating into your own money. And then I started complaining. Only to discover, with the right choice, I can be able to get some very good insurance. And we were told that insurance is money protection, isn't it? Yeah, so I really appreciate Centonomy for that. Now, one more thing is, where has the class impacted me beyond the academics? You know, I am an academic, but what has done, honestly speaking, I don't know whether you agree with me, you will not learn that from any university. I just met with a colleague out here, a fellow Toastmasters member, I'm also a Toastmaster, that is public speaking forum, and he was like, wow, if they have invited you to that class, please join them. And I told him proudly, in fact, I am graduating. All right. So the name out there is very good, because it's beyond what we learn from class. I would say the class was very practical. And on this, allow me to appreciate you, comrades, because we really engaged to sharpen each other. They say that iron sharpens. And I feel so sharpened, not just by the instructors, but also colleagues. I don't want to mention names here, but I learned so much. So the course was very practical. We are able to apply immediately. It has also expanded my, I would call it, pan. You know, there's the story of a man who was fishing, and every time he caught a big fish, he would throw it back to the water. And then he was asked by another wise man, why are you doing that? You're only picking the small ones and throwing back the big ones. And he said, my frying pan is too small, it cannot contain this big fish. Now, what Centonomy has done to me, I believe to you, is to expand our frying pans so that we are able to accommodate bigger things and bigger achievements. We are told that the biggest room is the room for improvement, right? And I feel changed. I feel like I have been joking around. I should really be able to enjoy much bigger success, financial, lifestyle, and everything. I feel empowered to empower others. I'm one of those people who really feel good when I empower other people. Mwanzia here told me that we've met in some business, and I'm sure in that business, it was just about empowering others. So I really feel good that this course that we've done has equipped me so well to empower many other people there. My own children, my firstborn is just 16 years. You won't believe she's so anxious to come and learn about Centonomy. You know? So it's really a tool that we've been given to equip others. And I challenge all of us not to just take it like the way we've done in the academics. You have many papers, but you remain, I'm trying to avoid the word broke, with very many papers. This one, even without a paper, you can empower yourself and many other people. So, comrades, let's run with it. And in closing, I want to say, if I have seen further, quoting Isaac Newton, It is because of studying on giants. Don't you agree with me that Centonomy is such a giant to stand on? I know you're also a giant. But don't you agree with me that for the last 12 weeks, we've had a great giant to stand on? Yes. And so we can be able to achieve because of that. So thank you so much, comrades, for even the energy and synergy we've had in the. It became very, very interesting. Sometimes we could log in when we are still on the road. I remember one session I was asked, who was my wife in... Someone was supposed to take the role of my wife, and I was the husband. Where's my wife? Was it permanent? Oh, sorry. Okay. And I was on the road, and I really enjoyed it. You know, a class that you can enjoy from wherever you are. It was really interesting, and thank you so much, comrades. I also want to thank Centonomy officials in a very big way, from the founder, Washeke, CEO, Gatumia, the likes of Catherine and Stephen and Nancy, all of them. Thank you so much. Sometimes we forget to appreciate the individuals who contribute to our lives. We focus on what we are achieving, and we forget the people who really made it possible. So when Catherine stands and says she's the lady, the engine behind, you want to really appreciate that kind of contribution. So on my own behalf and on behalf of my colleagues, we want to say a big thank you. God bless you all and have the best future ahead. Thank you.